Thanksgiving. I like this holiday. You know, there's something about us being gratitude, like having gratitude and being grateful for things and celebrating a whole holiday around us just giving thanks. It's so good because sometimes I think it's so easy for us to just focus on all the things that kind of are going wrong rather than the things that might be going right. And, some of my favorite things in life, coffee. Every time, God loves me. Every time, right? But it's important that we remember those little things. Like, it's the little things sometimes, isn't it? And I think sometimes it's so easy for so many people to be negative and talk about all the things they're missing and what am I missing out on and what do I not have or what's the thing that I wanted that I'm never going to get and how disappointed am I and how envious am I of other people. But I got to tell y'all, it's Thanksgiving. So we got to have us an attitude of gratitude, okay? I'm saying that we need to be living with Thanksgiving, okay? We need a plate full of being grateful. I remember I spent a lot of time with my grandpa. I was kind of close to him, and we'd spend time together, and every once in a while we'd have to go into town, right? So he had a little ranch, and then we would all right, we're going to go into town. And so we'd go to a feed store or something. Inevitably, this man would always run into somebody he knows, every single time. It was like some kind of divine appointment. But we'd go into town, and he'd run into somebody. I'd hear them talking, and a lot of the time the conversations kind of went something like, well, how you been, right? And somebody goes on to talk about how they've been. And I got to tell you, it was not real inspiring sometimes, these people, as they would talk about how they've been. How they've been is pretty bad. A lot of bad things happened, right? Well, this medical thing's really kind of there, and fence broke, so cows got out, so now I'm out of stuff. And at the end, they'd list all these bad things. Relationship didn't work out, and I got a busted pipe at the house, got to redo the whole thing, and all that. But I'm blessed. And I think about that sometimes, but I'm blessed. And didn't Claudia say something like that earlier, right? Sometimes things aren't going right, and everything that could go wrong is going wrong, but I'm blessed. And isn't that the right attitude that we need? Isn't that what Thanksgiving is all about? Because we so easily take for granted the blessings that God gives us because we are so easily distracted by the lies of this world that cause us to focus on the things we don't have instead of being focused on what we do have. And if we're going to get a whole plate full of grateful, I think we need to focus on gratitude today, and there's no better time. And